Welcome back, y'all, to another video. We're back here today we're going to start out in Middleton, Idaho. So let's go ahead and get started on Street View. Alright, so 2 years ago, so what day is this? This is October of 2022. You can make out at the very end some Thomas HDs, or HDXs, what I assume to be a CE or an ICFE. Unsure though, an unidentified Thomas, a Thomas E2, an HDX, two unidentified Bluebirds, and then in between those are, I think those are A3s actually, or the Bluebirds. They might be A3s or TCs, I can't tell. And then in the middle is an HD or HDX, I can't tell. Coming back here, you can see some C2s at the end and what looks to be an entire row of unidentified Thomases besides a, what I assume to be a CE in between right there. Can't tell. Taking it back to September of 2012, you can see basically an entire row of Thomases. I don't see any Bluebirds mixed in, and that's about it. There. Starting out, you can see in the far background behind that beautiful handicap Thomas S1800, what looks to be a Ward on some sort of chassis. And then look at this. Look at that. It has four ways. If anyone knows what that is, please let me know. Let me see if I can get a front view of it. I have, oh wow, that thing is cool. What is that thing? There's another, what I assume to be a Ward, two Wards behind here, and then, well, that's a Bluebird in between the pole, those. What is that thing, though? It's so cute. I like it. I want to know what that thing is. I gotta say, that is a beautiful Thomas S1800, even though it's probably long gone by now. And that looks to be a Carpenter way back there, and then a Bluebird, and then whatever that is. Interesting, very interesting with this lot. And basically, there is one Bluebird mixed in there, but everything else looks to be Thomas's back in there. But I really want to know what that is. Alright, I missed some things. So right here is what I assume to be a... I can't tell. It looks like a... I can't tell what that is. If you guys know what that is, it's on some sort of Chevy. I can tell that. And then there's also an HD or HDX in the garage. Alrighty, we're going to be in either... I'm not sure how to say it. I think it is... Crimean or Crimen? Or Crymon. If anyone knows the pronunciation, please let me know. Starting out here, you have a CE. That is a really nice looking CE. I like the LEDs on there with the illuminated school bus sign. I do wonder what stop sign that might have. Coming over here, we'll get to that in a moment. You can see their bus 24, same specs here. Looks really good, honestly. Next to 22 and 18, which I want to say they're all the same age. Maybe these two are a little bit older just based on the specs. And going back to February of 2008, you can see some unidentified Thomas, what I presume to be two Bluebird, either TC 2000s, or not T, those are not TCs, I'm stupid. Some All-Americans, or A3s, and is not an easy one to tell. Moving over here, you can see a Bluebird CV200. Wait a minute. Yeah. All right, we're going to come over here so you can see exactly what I was talking about that I said we'd get to in a moment. And there it is. That ICRE, oh my gosh, that thing is absolutely amazing. I love the specs on here. Tinted windows, black window post, white roof, chrome, well, white, either white or chrome rims. I can't tell what kind of stop sign it has, but overall, that is a sharp bus. And if you go to February 2008, of course, it's gone. Really good lot right there, honestly. Starting with the most recent, you can see from March of 2020, you can see a Bluebird Vision. Notice the driver alert panel. A T3 FE, a CE, some IC, or there's ICCEs in the background, and some what I assume to be A3s. Notice the A3s do not have the driver alert system, probably because they can't put it on there. Then you can see a first-gen Bluebird Vision. Moving on, you can see a ICAE. Very nice find here. Does not look bad whatsoever. Oh, I forgot to mention we're in Crisp County. A Bluebird Vision, another Bluebird, or a newer Bluebird Vision. That's most likely what I were to guess a... Oh, this is 2023. Okay, so this is June of 2023 that we're looking at. A newer Bluebird Vision, a T3 FE, and two Thomas HDX, or EFX, and a Bluebird Vision way back there. Staying here, notice the CE, the ICAE has AC to it. I want to see if I can figure out what year this thing is. Hold on. It might be possible. We'll see here. It is a 2015, and it does have a driver alert panel with arrow turn signals. Okay. I kind of like that. I actually think that's really good. That's almost how I would spec one, honestly. Only thing it's missing is black window posts, and that's about it. Do notice it has a driver alert panel, so that's pretty cool. Let's go and take it back to March of 2022. We can see that Bluebird Vision bus 45 there. You can see another Vision, a CE, and a Bluebird Vision with the stupid warning light design. We're not going to go there. A Vision, a C2, what I assume to be way back there, a A3 maybe, a CE, and some C, another CE, maybe a CE behind the C2, and a Vision. May of 2013 shows us a Bluebird Vision L1. Okay, that's an interesting number. A ICRE, not badly spec'd whatsoever. A A3, a D3, an A3, a C, and two CEs in the background. And we'll go back to December of 2012. And can we make anything out? Indeed we can. We can see a Bluebird Microbird on a Chevy chassis, a Bluebird Vision. I think that's the same one we were looking at. An A3, an A3, it's hard to tell what that one is. And I forgot to go back in time, so we are in May of 2013 here, and you can see some Visions back there. Wait a minute. Is that an EC72? No, it can't be. But it can be, and it is. After talking to Safety Liner C2 and a couple other people, we have confirmed that this is definitely an EC72. So it is definitely not a first-gen Bluebird Vision like I thought. Some A3s, you can see two Bluebirds here. Probably a Vision, and then what I assume to be more Visions. And going back to December of 2007, you can see, yeah, you can't make anything out. I mean, you can kind of make something out. Bluebird, an ICRE, and that's all you're going to get. And finally, the last portion of the lot here, you can see a Vision, EFX, probably another Vision, a T3, a Vision, or HTX, a Vision, and in between that, in between the two T3s there's a EFX. There's a whole row of A3s, a Vision, some CEs, and some more Visions, 2 brand new Visions, and I'm not going to talk about that. Going back to March of 2022, you can see some of those Visions that were not a Vision we're not going to talk about. Another Bluebird Vision, some CEs, some CEs, some CEs, a C2, I believe, Bluebird 3800 way back, another first gen Vision, a D3FE, a first gen Bluebird Vision, an later ICFE. Don't know what year it could be. A3, an older A3, another ICFE, a late ICFE, a whole row of A3s, a C2. Their numbering system is all over the place, I have to admit. Over here, you can tell there are some... Oh, we forgot to look over here. Let's go back. Okay, we're not going to make anything out. That's fine. Never mind. You can see... a Vision, CE, a Vision, a C2, a first gen Vision, a Ford Microbird, I want to say. It's an older one, and a first gen Bluebird Vision Handy. And a C2, CE in the back with vents, or AC. Going back to May of 2013, here you can see a whole row of CEs here. Very nice seeing these CEs, 2 of those Bluebird 3800s, 2 later ICFEs, another Bluebird 3800, and is that a Genesis? Hold up. It is a Genesis. Okay, there is a Genesis here. That's kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. You got some Bluebird Visions, or and a whole row of A3s with a Bluebird 3800 right there. That D3 did have a driver alert panel. Nice. And finally, December of 2007, you can see... I really cannot make much of anything out here. Some Bluebird 3800, some first-gen Visions. Yeah, I can't really make anything out here. And that's the last lot I want to show off today, so I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, join my Discord server, do all that, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, y'all!